Good morning, Shed Gang. How are you today, dude? Good morning, Jeffro. How goes it, bud? Good morning, Cole. Here in San Clemente, currently. It's been rainy for the past like 3-4 days, but it's finally bright and sunshiny, so enjoying it for the first time in a minute. Feeling beat up, still partied too hard last night. Yeah. That's one of the big reasons why I don't party anymore. I don't like the feeling afterwards. It's not worth it to me. Like, I'll hang out, but I'm just gonna smoke my weed and chill. Let me see here. I'm curious to see if this outlet down here works or not. See? Outlet right here. So let's see if this here works, because that would be dope. I could just chill down here. Out of sight, out of mind. Very sure that's all you gotta do to reset it. Boom! Perfect. Okay. With that in mind, I'll be right back. You guys just chill here for a second. Ice cream, rainbows, and the pink Homer Simpson's, like, Simpsons donut. And those little slat bands. Whew. There we go. There's myself in the corner right here. Perfect. Sure, always make sure. There we go. Perfect. Now look. That'd be a cool tradable. Just somebody. Look at that shit. Slap bracelet. These were the shit back in the day, dude.
This is a very elegant design for a car. I don't mean the outside, I mean...
Fuck yeah, rainbows and unicorns and shit. That's fucking cool. Probably meant for like a little kid, but I'm gonna rock it because it makes me smile. I'll find somebody to give it to. Okay, here. I'm gonna check here. Might as well keep it charging. My battery's locked. Use this up properly. Charge this battery brick up. Might as well. Get my phone charged up a little bit more. Get this battery back up to 100%. Live streaming kills the battery fast. Come on. There we go. Yeah, right. I like how they roll up into the tiny little things. They'll just fit in my backpack and chill. So this is Rainbow Belts by Raw type of dab. Cheers. Or as they say in Germany, Prost. Whew. I was watching a YouTube thing this morning on like things to do in Ireland, and it was all like ask people where like a common Irish term that's easy to remember is crack, spelled C-R-A-I-K, or C-R-A-I-C, something like that. But yeah, crack. And it means fun. So like you go to Ireland and to get the locals to show you where the cool places are to go, you ask them where the crack is. So that's a thing. This is like traditional Irish word. Crack means fun. Hey, where's the crack? And they like encourage tourists to use the word, and all I can think of is like cocaine. Where's the cocaine? Where's the crack cocaine? In my brain, I'm just like, fuck. As an American tourist, my brain just like it starts I can't even. Oh, I can't even. Talking about where's the crack? Oh, Ireland. Oh, the more you learn about overseas, dude, the more you just learn about the world, just makes me giggle. This is some like straight up distillate. Like, see how clean that is? It's almost like water. Hi, buddy. Blue and beautiful. Yeah, dude, like seriously. Yeah, CRAIC, yeah. Where's the crack? Is freaking how you like crack literally is like a traditional Gaelic or traditional Irish for fun. Yeah, it's like what you ask people, where's the crack? And they tell you, oh, the crack's they point you at a good bar if you ask them where the crack is. Because they like see that you as like you trying to learn a little bit about their language and the culture. Like, I really want to go ask about crack right now. Like now I almost feel like I need to go ask. Like that like noted. Seriously. Hello, Kita. Greetings from San Clemente. Kita is an awesome person who sells her stuff down at the uh, La Jolla. She sells her stuff there. Like she's got like handmade jewelry and whatnots, and she sells out of a booth down there by the La Jolla Sea Lion Caves, specifically by the children's pool, which is down the way. It's a really cool place to go check out and see. It's a really big tourist attraction, that whole strip right there. And you can go support Kita. Because Kita, I met her a while back. She's a cool people. So, hi, Kita. Yeah, right. Who's got the crack? Like, I'm just sitting there like my brain is like, I was like, of course. Go buy stuff from Kita. So it's a little bit cold, but it's warming up with the sunlight. So part of me wants to throw my Spyro onesie on, take off the fuzzy, just throw my Spyro on, and just walk through town and fuck with yuppies, because fuck it. I haven't gone fishing in a minute. I was actually thinking about maybe going fishing later today. I don't have anything better to do. I walk over to the San Clemente Pier and freaking cast out a line. We were hit with snow in Mexico. They say by the end it'll be 15 inches. Damn. Well, that's lovely. That's a lot of snow for the south. 15 inches. Send the warm. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, like, wind, rain, tornadoes, lightning, thunder. Those are the only ones I've done so far. I don't know how I would make it warm. I can make the sun really, really hot, like really, really bright. But that takes like constant meditation to make some like shine brighter, or at least either the sun shines brighter, or I'm making the ozone thinner so more light gets in. I don't know, but I can meditate, and it seems brighter out. Like, but people like say like actively comment about it. And they're like, "Whoa, that's crazy," and I'm like, But yes, I'm Nemo of the Wind. I'm like a kind of like Aang from the Avatar cartoon series, where I'm really good with wind. I got wind all day, but the rest of it, like, I'm like Aang. There's no Korra going on in here. I wasn't born with this shit. I just kind of figured shit out slowly. But I really like the wind. The wind is pretty much like my toy / like my emotions. Anybody who's been around me and for like any amount of period and seen me be emotional knows about the wind thing. But there is a flying sock monkey that you take around. Flying sock monkey? Oh yeah. Well, the sock monkey has only ever flown like Buzz Lightyear. That wasn't flying, that was falling with style. Wink, wink. Ha 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 ha. Right? I wish. That'd be cool. A big red sock monkey alpha. I'm down. Especially if like it was like literally alive. It's this giant sentient sock monkey. But like a sock monkey. So like you could like soak it with like fire retardant like oils and shit. But inside it's just fuzz. So like it's damn nigh indestructible. You can't hurt it. It just someone stabs it or shoots it with guns. You just like pull the little bullets out, sew it up real quick, and it's fine. Doesn't even feel it. It just tanks it like nothing. It just keeps looking at him like, "Yep, I'm a sock monkey." Best D&D pet ever. Down. I summon my sentient sock monkey in Goliath form. Oh, that's what I want. And in front of TV, you know, and in front, because you know, yeah, and in front of like normal people, yeah, the normies, because yeah, I gotta blend in, you know, can't do wizard shit in front of muggles. Last time I did wizard shit in front of muggles, I freaked out 90% of Santa Cruz, and it was weird. I had to leave that place for a while. Silly muggles. So the weather's supposed to be really good this week. Alex Murick. Hi, Alex Murick. Am I doing all right? For the most part. Thus we have Nemo of the Wind. Yes. Because of my incognito-ness with it all, my one of my friends, Feather, she likes to call me the Wiz. And whenever I do anything like fancy, magical, reality bending, shit, like we used to hang out a lot. Like we were street kids in Santa Cruz a few summers ago, quite many summers ago actually. And she would just walk up and be like, because. You can't talk about it when it happens. You just gotta smile. You're gonna scare the muggles and they're gonna go away.
Don't scare the muggles. Remember, you can't point out the magic. You just gotta smile and be like, hey, cool. But I love you, buddy. That makes me giggle. Fancy smancies. I'm much more aware and in control of the stuffs that YouTube ID. I'm much more aware and control of the stuff and the things than most people give me credit for, because like I intentionally dress purple because the universe is purple. That and it's like disarming. I'm not like an intimidating person. It helps with hitchhiking, and people like see a purple thing from a distance, and people are like someone holding a sign, whatever direction the highway says, like west or north, and they're standing there in all purple, smiling at them, wearing a sock monkey hat. You're not worried about that person. You'll give that person a ride. That's not a scary individual. There's a person in a purple monkey, purple and all purple, wearing a monkey hat. I have a side hustle of doing Uber Eats. I'm in Huntington Beach right now. Oh, dope! Heck yeah, Huntington Beach. That's where I want to go. Ooh. That's where I want to go when this whole boat thing works out. I'm supposed to get it the engine service and all that shit this weekend because it'll finally be good weather. I'm gonna head up towards that way, Huntington Beach, and then up into Long Beach and go putz around Naples Island. Cause I always thought that'd be the coolest thing ever to just like go putz around Naples, like just chill. I watch the yuppies do it all the time, and just like, you yuppies with your fancy, bancy, smanchy money thinguses. I wouldn't mind having a crappy little boat. No, Kita. So, last Saturday, not like a couple days ago, but like Saturday before last, I should say, February 19th, or February 18th, because February 19th is Sunday and my birthday. February 18th, I was like, I want to make up some money for my birthday weekend, but I don't necessarily want to have to fly on my birthday. So I went to here in San Clemente, actually, and went and stood in front of Lowe's. And we got there at like, my buddy gave me a ride up here, and I got there at like 7:15. By 7:20, I was flying the sign. By like 7:30, so like been there 10-15 minutes max. There's a big sign with a cheap day labor. Anything help? Instead of cheap day labor, anything helps. Like usually, I'd had cheap day labor. It's my birthday. And he's all like, dude pulls over and he's like, can you help me clean a boat? I'm like, yeah. How long's it gonna take? And like in my brain, I'm sitting there like, I need 97-ish bucks to pay my phone bill. So I don't have to worry about that. That was my only real goal, is to make sure I had paid my phone bill, and if I had some extra pocket cash, cool. He's like, it'll be about 4 hours, and I was like, 25 bucks an hour? He was like, I can give you $100 bill. Heck yeah, dude. So I threw my gear in the back of his car, and we drove over to Dana Point Harbor. Got there, and he starts telling me about how on the way there he starts telling me about how he hasn't been on the boat in about 2.5, 3 years, and the harbor is mad at him because it's gotten dingy, and the people around him, some rich, probably not even the harbor, some rich asshole probably, who's like, because there's a lot of really nice boats there in Dana Point, freaking complain, and they're like, hey, you got to get this boat out of here by in 30 days. So he was like, hey, I need to clean this thing so I can try to sell it. And he just starts complaining about what we're doing, it we're scrubbing it down, getting all the like mildew, was like green algae mold shit that had formed on the outside of it. Otherwise it's fine, and it cleaned it off fine. It was hard work, but whatever. And then he starts telling me about how it's going to take $1,500 to $2,000, possibly even $3,000, depending, to have somebody come and professionally put the main and the front main, the mast down. And then he said it could take between 2, 3, or even $4,000, depending on how far it needs to be shipped, to put it on a trailer, somebody else to come put it on a trailer and haul it over, if he can sell it. And he's like, and then he starts talking about how it's almost impossible to sell a boat in under 30 days if you don't have already have someone lined up. And this is over the span of multiple the first hour or so, and I'm sitting there like, cool. And then I asked him, I was like, so do you need to put the mast down to get it out of the harbor? No. 8mm cracklies. And I was like, cool. Does the engine work? He's like, oh yeah, I've taken it over multiple times to Catalina Island back, which is a good ways away. I was like, well, if it's really going to cost you $4,000 or $5,000, even if it comes down to you can't sell it and it has to go to a landfill, it's still going to cost you $4,000 or $5,000 just to haul it to a landfill. He's like, yeah, about $4,500, $5,000. You can give me the boat. I have an ID. We can sign it over to me. And he kind of just shoved it off like I was just saying something crazy. And then another 40 minutes later, I said it again. Another hour later, I said it again. And he was like, you're serious? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm completely serious. I've always wanted a boat. I wanted a boat for quite some time. Back at the beginning of the COVID thing, when they gave everybody a little chunk of cash here and there. But every time I had any cash in pocket, even when I had the cash for what they were asking, it was always something dumb. Either the boat I had the money for the boat, but it needed $1 billion in repairs, or I had the money for the boat, but they wouldn't let, just like you're talking about, they wouldn't let me use their trailer to get it to the harbor. So that would have cost me another $2,000-3,000 just to get the damn boat to the harbor. But all I ever wanted was a boat. It'd be cool as hell just to be able to have a floating van, you know. And so I'm still it's still in the wind. I'm supposed to be getting the engine service this weekend on Saturday or Sunday. And supposedly, every time I talk to him, he said it's in the go. So supposedly, he's going to get the engine service, make sure everything's fine. And then he's going to sell it to me for $1. I'm going to transfer $1 from my bank account to his bank account. He's going to sign all the stuff over to me. I can't use his slip because it's a specific slip. But yeah, and then he's said he's going to give me the boat. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much until the boat's officially signed over to me and I'm officially on it. But supposedly, allegedly, I have a boat, and which would be a coolness, especially because it was literally the day before my birthday. So and then I'm float around on a boat, go around and just chill around up by Long Beach and just float around, do stuff, give my friends rides over to Catalina Island and back, and be on a boat. And then when my passport comes in and order my plane ticket, however far out I need to be able to afford it, and then just chill on the boat, scrounging up freaking cash here and there and putting it in my pocket for like pocket money for Europe, and then just when the plane ticket pops up, cruise it back on down towards San Clemente / Oceanside, and my buddy who's having issues with his apartment overcharging him said that he thinks it would be like who's been trying to get an RV and then everybody keeps staffing him. He would totally live on it. It's like $450 for a slip plus another like 100, 140, 150 to live on it. Slip is like a parking spot at a harbor there in Oceanside, and he's paying just under $4,000 a month to live at this apartment. He's like, it would be the best thing ever to be able to have a boat. It's just up in San Marcos, so it would only be like a 25, 30-minute drive for him at the max at any given moment, even in like shitty traffic. No, kick it down to him, so to him for $1, and then jump on a plane and go to Europe. So not only is it gonna, like, allegedly, do I have a boat that I get to like putz around and do boat stuff and like a little floating van, but I'm also going to be able to hook up my friend who's been having a rough spot. So not only will he be able to get out of said apartment who's chasing him 6 ways to Sunday, but give him a thing to live in versus him trying to like accept whatever piece of junk RV that someone has. And then he said while he's living on it, he'll do stuff to fix the sail, because from what I understand, the sail is the front sail's gone, all but just like gone, and the main sail maybe is fucked up. But as long as the engine works, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna be punching up. I'm not gonna be more than freaking like 50 yards from the water. Like I want to be like from the coast. Like I have no interest in leaving the beach. I just want to be able to punch up and down the water, like literally. I'm gonna go be in the water. Be like 30, 40 yards out max, like 30, 40 yards out, so I'm not like in the way of like surfers, or I mean in the way of swimmers, and if I see surfers I'll go around them a little farther out, but other than that, like I'm not going out far into the water. I'm not trying to kill myself before I get to Europe. I just want a floating van that I can like sleep in and chill. There's a shitload of like free spots that you can tie off for the night or for the couple days, depending on where you are. And there's a shitload of cheap slips that you can get by the like day/week. So that's a big goal, right, dude? Not only Keto was I at the right place at the right time. It's pretty cool. But like I said, it was for $100. It was like he was always like, by the end of it, we were finishing up, and he was like, "Oh shit, what time is it?" And I looked at my phone. I was like, "It's 1:35." He was like, "When did I pick you up?" I was like, 7:30 max. I got there at like 7 o'clock, 7:50, like 7:15. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to pay you more. And I'm like, nah, dude, if you're seriously like giving me a boat, you don't need to give me more. He was like talking about how he's gonna give me an additional $100, $200, and he's like, nah, dude, I need to. I was like, dude, all I need to do is pay my phone bill. If you're giving me a boat, you don't need to pay me additional money. He's like, oh no, screw that, dude. You're helping me out so much. And so we drove. Not only is he saying that he's gonna give me the boat, but drove me back, added me on YouTube and on the phone thing it says, so we can keep in contact. But then pulled over to the bank before dropping me off and handed me freaking $10, $20 bills. And we've been in contact. I was in contact with him yesterday, and yeah, sent him a picture of the nice weather. And so hopefully, if everything goes right, boom. Like, we send that. Hopefully, when everything goes right. Like, Wilson! Yeah, screw all that noise. I'm not trying to drift off anywhere. Thanks, Kita. Like I said, I'm not trying to get too, like, excited about it or anything, because I don't want to get... I'd rather see it as a pipe dream. Like, it's still just a pipe dream that may or may not happen, and just keep my eyes focused on Europe. But if it does happen, that'd be super dope. When it happens... Yeah, at the very least, yeah, I got extra money. I made $200. I paid my phone bill. Freaking had some money to be able to go to this cool like reptile like rehabilitation and rescue there in Escondido. This like indoor place with all these amazing reptiles. I even talked to them. They let me do a live stream about it. You can go check that out. It's $20 for an at the time it was like $20 for an hour tour or $10 for like a 20-minute tour. So I gave them $40 for an hour tour, and still had $60 over for my birthday. Got the new Pokemon game for my Switch, played it. Was pretty unimpressed with how glitchy, just not good quality the graphics were, and but because I got it used, turned it back in for for full refund to the GameStops, and so I had pocket cash to come out to the beach and whatnot. Good morning, Joyce. Yeah, and yeah, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Que sera, sera. No skin off my back. I'm still going to Europe either way. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. How goes your day? Prost. Lovely. So you know these little like silicone things they put on the end of your dab card? This one didn't come with one, but most of the time they do. It's like part of the packaging to make it ride safer, but even the ones that don't meant for it, if you kind of put it on there and then like see it pops over it, you can like squish it down. You can put this guy in your pocket now. You don't have to worry about sand or whatever the bullshit in your pocket getting in your dab card, because that's just nasty, and that oil builds up in there and it sticks to it. Pro tip. See, we're at 40 minutes, and because I've been chilling here, we're at 97% battery, which is phenomenal. So, throw your happy energies towards Nemo and a boat so I can go float around and show some love to some people and then help my friend out. Because boat and like yeah, actually Captain fucking Nemo, dude. I want to paint it purple. Like, even if it's just like to like most generic piece of junk purple paint ever, like some spray paint, and then just like a couple cans of spray gloss to like keep the moisture out? Yes, ma'am. I don't know what I would name it. Yeah, exactly. Captain Nemo and his purple boat. And it's not like, and it's not just like a little boat. I'm not talking about like a little like 7 foot, 8 foot little putsy around little boat. I'm talking about a 25, either 24 or 25 foot sailboat with like an actual little cabin. He said the engine itself is worth $1,500. If I parted it out, it'd be worth more. But compared to the other boats in the harbor and the other people buying it, it's way outclassed by their hundreds of thousands of dollars or $500,000 or more boat in the same harbor. So like selling it would almost be impossible. Nobody there wants it. It's not to their quality. I'm just sitting there like, dude, I will take any quality. Does it float? It does float. Because see, we're on it right now, cleaning it. No. I mean, it's a van. Because in my brain, I think van because at 25 feet, I think it's only about like maybe like 10 feet, 12-ish feet of cabin space. So like, it's like a long van. But yeah, it's like a little floating RV. That's the kind of goal. Like I said, if we really wanted to get crazy with it, it's $450 for a 24-foot boat slip. For a 25-foot slip, the slips are 25 feet, so that's what I think it is. It's 24 feet, and then freaking then it's like an additional $4 a foot to sleep on said boat in Oceanside. But apparently that's down in Oceanside. There's a lot of like better, cheaper things up towards Long Beach and that area. There's a whole shitload of spots where you can get a freaking week slip or month slip for like stupid cheap. Joyce was talking about it. And I'm already on this end, so I'd rather not have to like go past. Excuse me. I would rather not have to go past freaking Camp Pendleton. Like, I'll drive through Camp Pendleton if like my buddy wants me to, like, when I'm gonna when I leave, I'll sail it down to like San Clemente right there, meet up with him, and he can drive down to the thing. Like, it'll be all signed and legal, and you could totally drive through. I just don't want to deal with the military. They freak me out. I was in the military. I don't like them. I don't like when they look me up and they find that out and they look at me. It's like, why did you never get back in? It's always the first thing out of their mouth. And it's like, oh, screw up, because you guys screwed me. I tried to be a good little soldier, and you screwed me. So now I'm on the road. That was one of the best shots you guys have ever seen, but you screwed me. So now I'm a crazy traveler. This is your fault. Now please let me go by. I'm not on your beach. I don't want to even deal with it, but he can deal with that if they want to harass him. It's just it's a short stretch, and you can totally go through. It's illegal as long as you have all your paperwork. And I'll drive his car down to from San Clemente down to Oceanside to meet up with him. But like, I don't want to go south and deal with him. I'm about to start a whole new era of nomadic sea dwellers. Cole, if only I was that, like, influential. If I was a big influencer. That'd be cool. And like people are actually seeing this, and it's not just like the homies. Still love you, homies. Don't get twisted. But if I actually had like, there was like, wasn't when I, for all I know, there's 7 people in here, but to me, the little man in here in the corner shows 3 people next to him. Like, if I had like thousands in here and they saw me sailing around and it was inspiring enough for them to go get a cheap boat and go, dude, that's what the channel's about. Like, shit, that'd be the coolest thing ever, man. I've always been about like breaking the paradigm and going and doing the thing you want to do and going existing and seeing the world. Been like that since I was a little kid. Like I watched my parents grow through this shit. I watched rich kids and lived like next to. During high school, like most of the people in my neighborhood had a pretty good amount of money because like the government bought my dad's houses whenever we moved because with the FBI shit. And I was just like stupid. Saw it here first, dude. You never know. Hey man, you really do. Like, all it takes is one. Allegedly, all it takes is one influencer who's got thousands of subscribers, thousands, who's got millions of subscribers, to hang out with a Nemo on a boat. For me to go viral. But once again, I mean, that'd be dope, but like, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just keeping my eyes focused on Europe, keeping my ear to the ground for good work so I can stack cash towards that freaking plane ticket because I don't know how much it's going to be. And Europe. Like, there's a whole world out there to see, you know? So in the end, even if it doesn't work out, because like, he feels like it's too far gone, the engine's too messed up, and he doesn't feel comfortable with selling it to me because he's worried about being responsible for somebody dying. Boats are dangerous. It's like, yeah. Uh-huh. So are cars. Everything's dangerous. It's like I wanted to like sing him that line from that Wookiee Foot song where it's all like, a ship is always safe at the shore, but that ain't what it's built for. No, that ain't what it's built for. You know, like, I'm not scared of insanity. Let's do this. Like, let's go, bro. Like, I'm gonna live to be ridiculously old as far as most people are concerned. So, like, fuck it. Talking about shit, that would make me go viral in itself. Of like 40 yards off in the ocean, boat goes down, emergency crew shows up, and I'm already like standing on the beach greeting them because like I've like swam/body surfed back to the beach with like a freaking like little like waterproof bag wrapped like tied to my waist with my essentials, being like, hi, boat started going down, so I grabbed my wallet and all my fancy shiny stuff. Can you like do anything about stopping the boat? Can we like stabilize that bastard? You know? End up on the news. Boat goes down in water. Man miraculously okay by swimming back. North Side, Long Beach. Nemo about to start whole new era of nomadic sea dwellers. Saw it here first, you never close. Did my comment get modded? Which comment, my friend? I have no mods. What you see is what you get. Your comment cannot be moderated. There is no mods. I think Marina Del Rey has free overnight spot. Yeah, Tommy. That's what Joyce was saying. He said that there's a couple places up by up towards Malibu and Ventura that also have cheap places. He lives somewhere up by Malibu, not in Malibu, but he lives somewhere up by there. And he said that there's a couple places over there by there that has free overnight spots that nobody really uses. Like, I'm down. Like, more like really cheap day spots where you can like rent it for like 3 days, tie off there for like 3 days for like next to nothing. Cole strolling Bruce. Maybe you misclicked and you didn't add it, because I literally have no mods. Like, I have no moderators. I checked my thing. I have not even my stuff. My comments are live chat. All messages are available, are visible. Nothing is blocked. Like, van. Floaty van. Well, them there water vans. I always joked when hanging out in slabs that it'd be fun to like get some like old piece of junk boat that somebody has like over in Bombay and haul it over and live in it. It's just like a van, and just like just turn it into a little hut. But like, think how like you float around. Not only would I be able to, but throw gas in the little thing and putz around on it with a silly little motor. Dude, so down. But yeah, weird. For sure, Cole, because yeah, I have no mods. Nobody is a moderator. To be honest, the whole, like, if we're not, like, in business together, like, I'm not monetized, like, I probably won't have moderators until I'm monetized, and then we'll be in business with each other. Like, I've got money, big monetization, you know, when I'm freaking multi-millions of subscribers, I'll have mods, but they'll be paid mods. They'll be under contracts, because that whole, was it Nikki who went through and deleted a bunch of dude subscribers or whatever it was, or blocked them or whatever, out of some spite. That's the one thing that I know personally. It's just like, screw all that shit. I'm not trying to give anybody the ability to screw my channel over. This is for me, first and foremost, and then so people can vicariously live through it. But it's a travel vlog for me and my friends and other people I meet, so I can show them, here, look, I did this. Like, you ever been skydiving? No, look, watch me jump out of a plane. Check it. See, it's not that sketchy. Like, I cussed a lot, but it was really cool. More rainbow belts. Crows trip me out. Gotta turn it on first, Nemo. There we go. Roast. Whew. So, I don't just do that because I'm goofy. So when you blow smoke out of your nostrils, hits all those membranes, which actually like causes it to reabsorb again for a second time, bypassing all the kidneys and all that shit, and boom, you get way higher. It's like science. Yeah. Money's just stuff, bro. Like, why should I care about cash, man? That's the whole point. Like, what? Money's so you can do things and then continue on doing it. Like money's whatever, dude. The most important money I need each month is paying my phone bill. Like, nobody needs money. Everybody's just so trapped inside their little bubble of safety. There's that because of that, they need money to exist in that space. But like, nobody needs money. That's a good, like, to be real about it, real to real. That's a good chunk of my channel as well. Like, I changed it back so it's easy for people to recognize who's going live, and so people can look it up easier. But that's why my handle was traveling on pennies for a little bit. Like, it still might be like, I'm still gonna go by Nemo, but it's still, but like that might be like the nickname for like whenever I like title like my stuff. It's like traveling on pennies with Nemo Nas. It'll be like the beginning of my thing, like one of my videos back. I have a little opening for it, but I'm just gonna keep the thing as Nemo, so it's easy to look up. But that's the whole thing. It's like, you don't need money to do stuff. You don't need money to see the world. You need money to live bougie and see the world. But like, if you genuinely just want to see the world, you won't let conditions of how you're sleeping or what you're eating for the day, whether needing to be fancy or how much cash you have in your pocket. You'll just be stoked that you're in Europe. Like, my heart just skipped a beat when I said when you're in Europe, you know, just thinking about that. I mean, that's all I want in the universe, man. It's to just be able to jump over the seas, continue go seeing the rest of the world, man. What's a great way to put it? one of those things. We'll have to go back and watch it. Oh, yeah. Why I don't need money, right. Silly Nemo. Marijuana. But yeah, dude. That's the thing, is just like... I think it's Roscoe Jenkins. Singer guy. He's got a song called Waiting to Die. And the song, like, the chorus of the song goes, "Won't you come outside? It's a beautiful world and it's waiting for you. You know, sometimes it all seems like it's just a waste of time. But you gotta decide. Are you really alive? Or are you just waiting to die? Slash working to die, you know?" Exactly. Fuck yeah, okay, Kote, for sure. And yeah, dude, really though, like, you'll make it work, dude. Like, that's like something that us travelers, like, you know, you're on the road. Caveman knows. He's on the road. You guys may be steading right now, but you're road people. You've done the crazinesses. You've traveled with people back and forth across the country. Caveman's done that, hop trains and whatnot. He knows. Is it always glorious here or there? No. Is it amazing and worth it? Fuck yeah, of course. And that's the whole thing, is like, are you really gonna let it not being luxurious and fancy stop you? Like, dude, if you want to go somewhere fancy, go to a fucking, like, 5-star hotel in your local town. It'll be just as fancy as any resort anywhere else, if not nicer. And you'll get it cheap because it's fucking in your local little area. Boom. Won't you come outside? It's a beautiful world and it's waiting for you. You know, sometimes it all feels like it's just a waste of time. Sometimes. But you gotta decide. Are you really alive? Or are you just waiting to die? You can do this, Cole. I believe in you. Yeah, blessings, whatever the hell you want to call it. Exactly. It's like that, I listen to them a lot. Wookie Foot, hippie songs, because I like to keep my mentality happy. But, there's another Wookie Foot song where he's talking about sailing around on a boat. I was sailing down the coast when I met a man who had a boat in his backyard. He'd worked on it for years, but it had never seen the water. Now his life was ending, and this just broke his heart. So I said, go, go, and let your sails unfurl. I said, go, talk to strangers, and see this beautiful world. Home free is where I long to be. The pack upon my back, an open road in front of me. 'Cause mister, when you look, oh, don't look down on me. I'm not homeless, no. I'm home free. E. You know? Heck yeah, dude. Get that debt paid. And don't get distracted by stuff. Focus on paying your debt. That's the thing. Is you get people that all they have left is spending a few grand to get their teeth fixed, paying off their car, whatever it is. And they allow themselves to get so wrapped up and depressed and stuck in their own head about how they're stuck in the spot, and they don't live for the future. That, like, they end up spending money buying junk they don't need, you know? So, like, that's all I'm saying. It's like, keep that in mind, you know? Like, work and prepare to go on the road. Live like you're going on the road. Live and work where this money means to pay off your car so you can leave. That is what the money is for. Money isn't for random junk food. You freaking, for every $5 you don't spend on candy bars or whatever every other day adds up to fucking like $100-something bucks in a month. In a year, that's another grand or so. Depending on how many things you don't erroneously spend money on, you know? Junk you don't need to buy. You don't need to go to the home. If it's like I said, if you want it, you'll eat that. And you'll live simple so you can have the goals. Like, I love my buddy who lives up in Spokane, up in Washington, but that's his issue. He's got all these bills and stuff because he bought a bunch of things and now he needs to pay off all these bills before he leaves. But, like, he makes enough money where he could be throwing a couple 500 to 400 to 1,000 whatever each month at his debt that he owes to his father so he can go back on the road. But instead he buys a bunch of weed and shit because he's depressed of it being stuck in his job, and at the end of the month he has like $5 to give to his dad, so he'll be stuck in Spokane for literal years trying to pay off that debt that he owes. And that's all I mean. But yeah, tools, cool. But when you're going on the road, you gotta think of which tools you're gonna be bringing on the road. You can't bring all that shit on the road. And if you do, it becomes more expensive. The more you bring on the road, the more weight you have in your vehicle or pulling behind, the more your gas becomes, and then boom, now you're struggling on the road. You're thinking about how you're gonna make money on the road, and you end up not doing it, pushing it off more, so you can try to save up cash for gas, and you never leave. You know? Not saying that you will, but like that's a lot of people. That's what happens to a lot of people. I'm like, met so many people on the road, and so many of them So many of them are like that close, you know? But they won't because whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. It's really, that's what I'm saying. It's not him. I'm not talking about Cole specifically. I'm just saying the in general. It's just people as a whole. Yeah. It's what it is what it is, you know? Besides, you know, like the people that like can't leave because like they've got family or whatever they got to take care of and they can't go because they need to take care of their kids for whatever. No, technically you can freaking homeschool those things and make sure they do their schoolwork each day and go on the road. I've met tons of really intelligent kids on the road who grew up like reading Hemingway and like all sorts of like classic literature and shit because they lived on the road and their parents gave them good books versus just basic, hey, anyone in the class, even the quote dumb children, can read said book. Like, is Fahrenheit 451 an amazing novel? Yes. Is it about like TVs and freaking futuristic like sci-fi robot crap? Yes. Is it Tolstoy? No. And that's all I mean. Like, got love for everybody, but like a lot of people are like, I take my kids on the road, but homeschooling them, I don't want them to grow up like dumb and not having a good education. It's like, dude, believe it or not, if you homeschool your kids and actually make school they do work every day, your kids will grow up with a better education. My buddy who is 30 years old, who's like a couple years younger than me and makes 6 figures a year on a laptop chilling in his living room or wherever the fuck he feels like chilling, was homeschooled. And he's a freaking genius, dude. Super genius, well connected, well fucking has an amazing career job. Will always have a job, no matter where in the world he is, and will always be making. And the longer he works in the industry, the more money he's going to keep making. They throw like fucking like 15 grand on his fucking salary each year, dude. It just keeps on going up. Make 240 grand a year 240 grand last year. At 30 years old, chilling in his living room, and he was homeschooled. So like, there's no reason you can't take your kids on the road. I think that's just another fear response excuse, you know? That's a big thing, is people are scared to go get out of that safety net. I saw a really good quote where it was like, when you're trying to do something that's amazing and you hit speed bumps, no, comma, no, bold letter no, no, that's not the universe telling you, hey, stop. That's fear preventing you from becoming legendary. So you might die walking across Europe through Ukraine because of a stray bullet. You might die right now where you're sitting because of a stray comet or a freaking sewer main explosion. While you sit in your car listening to me, the freaking bridge collapses out from underneath you. Your regular, normal, day-to-day, 9 to 5 that you've done for years in your safe little place. So, like, you're really gonna let danger and what might happen prevent you from going and experiencing the world? That's one of the great things about, like, my life was kind of shitty as a kid when, in the fact that we moved so much, it was hard to keep any real friends for any real amount of time because we were always moving again. So anytime I really started getting to know a good group of kids, we'd move again. I'd have to make a whole new group of friends. Freaking, but in that, like, besides that, like, the fact that we moved like 5 times and I went to multiple different schools made it easy to be on the road. Like, new scenery is just a new scenery, you know? Like, I've never really felt like safe. Have you always lived in Iowa? Cole? Schools are just computers nowadays. Anyways, exactly. Damien did his last year, his senior year, his last 2 years, he did on his laptop, chilling in Slab City for the most part of it, while working on a laptop that his school gave him up in Washington or Oregon, whichever it was, one of the two. Remember, I walked in and, like, Timmy and everybody else was at school. They rode the bus, and Damien's just sitting there in the internet cafe on a laptop, and I'm like, whatever's whatever, dude, but aren't you supposed to be in school? And he looked at me, he's like, I'm doing schoolwork, and turns the laptop around, and it's fucking got, like, some math equations on there. And tell me about he's got a laptop and he's doing his work for wherever the fuck he's supporting. I can't remember where he said. Somewhere up north. I was like, hell yeah. I asked Rob about it. He's like, yeah, dude, they said you could just have a laptop and be on the road as long as he kept up with his classwork. He won't get in trouble. So he does his classwork. Even if he fails every paperwork, as long as he's doing his classwork, they don't care. I'm like, go. See? I could tell. That's the thing. That's the big difference. It's like I said, it's a blessing and a curse. Having moved around a bunch as a child. Like, I wish I'd grown up in the same spot and had the same friends, grew up with the same crowd. Like, probably been really cool to, like, have that style of life. But it was also different. It was also great having my style of life. When looking back, you know, like, saw so many different ways, saw all different people across the country, you know. We were always on the road, always moving and going places and doing things. So, like, it just seemed, when the military screwed me over, screwed me out of my signing bonus, changed my MOS from 13 Fox to 11 Bravo. We're like, we're just going to keep you here at Fort Benning because we only have one other person who's shipping out. Everybody else in the next, like, 15 freaking run-throughs is all staying here or going up to Jackson. So instead of shipping you all the way across to Fort Sale, we're just going to keep you here. Turn you in 11 Bravo and we'll have you shoot at stuff. You're really good with the suppressive fire and whatnot. You got some of the best grouping we've ever seen. Oh, and, well, at least I have my signing bonus. Oh, yeah, about that. Your recruiter, solely in charge of your signing bonus. Uh-huh. Well, your recruiter just got fired. He had some porn on his government laptop. Now, mind you, it wasn't seedy. It wasn't anything sketchy. It was just a white guy with some Asian girls. But it was on our laptop, so he's been fired. So you have no recruiter. Therefore, you have no $60,000 signing bonus. $40,000 guaranteed, possibly 60 is what he told me. This is like, well, let me leave. They're like, no, we own you. You swore in. You are our property. I was like, you can't just do that. And he's like, yes, you are. When you swore in, you became our property. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, and he's like, yes, you can. He's like, I was like, you can't do that. And he's like, yes, I can. When you swore in, you became our property. You are our property for the next 40 years. And I was like, let me leave. No. You should let me leave. Don't talk to me like that. I'm your captain, blah, blah, blah. Goes on some tirade. Remember all, he just like goes on some rant. Like for like 30, 40 seconds. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, uh-huh. Let him talk. And then it's like, okay, you should let me leave. Because I shoot really well. That's why you want me to be at 11 Bravo. Yeah. Well, I've been diagnosed and undiagnosed, everything under the sun. Like, I'm not crazy, per se, allegedly, but like my crazy FBI agent dad had me through a billion different therapists and psychologists and counselors while we were traveling all across the country because that's what the government told him he should do with an ADHD child. And they undiagnosed me and diagnosed me with everything under the sun. So like, I've been undiagnosed everything. I'm fine. They said I don't have anything wrong with me, allegedly. But allegedly, I've been diagnosed everything under the sun. Do you really want someone who can shoot and has grouping like me one day deciding to just freak the fuck out and shoot all your men because you want me to be a suppressive fire expert, aka the guy standing on the other side of the street or behind some cover while the other dudes take the building and I shoot at the people trying to shoot at them? Because if I can sight in my own rifle, my quick second shooting is damn near like Fallout. And I just stared at him. You could just like see his eyes getting bigger and bigger and like his sort of like the gears clicking in his head, like genuine concern forming on this man's face. And next thing I know, they're telling me I got a G12 general discharge with honors as if I never existed. And poof, I'm gone. They're like, if you need, he told me, if you need any, if you have any issues, you need to come into the hospital, to the VA, because you're having medical issues due to anything that happened here. We'll take care of you, but otherwise, bye. If you want money, you can fight for it in court. And I sat in the med bay for a couple weeks and left. 3 of the reasons I went to the military in the first place was to freaking sign-in bonus, free college, and to travel. They screwed me out of the first 2, so now I'm on the road. Like, I was going to travel and get shot at. Whatever the hell they told me. Like, even as a 13 Fox, I was still going to be in an infantry unit. I just wouldn't be actively in the line of fire busting into buildings. I'd be off at the distance calling in mortars. So, like, traveling as a civilian who's just broke, fuck it. It's not like I was going to have a lot of money on anything while traveling in the thing. I'd have cash, but I wouldn't be able to go spend it and do anything. I would just be going wherever the hell they were telling me in the military. And depending on where I could have just ended up being deployed to, like, Afghanistan and Iraq and spend the entire freaking 4 to 8 year tour just in the... I wouldn't intended being there for 4 years and then getting out. It's like, I don't really spend my 4-year tour just somewhere in, like, some random area going back and forth between 2 cities if I'm lucky. So, like... danger? I don't care about danger in traveling. I was going to go travel with danger. So, like, the fact that I'm not the immediate target, I'm down. Like, personally, that's my thought process when it comes to it. Why I'm on the road. Because, fuck it. I'm just going to go travel. I can't do the... not going to give me a bunch of money so I can buy a big fancy van/boat and go do it. Go to college online while doing it. Fuck it. I'm going to go be broke and do it. Yeah, actually they can. Yeah, I know exactly, because I was their property. I'm highly aware of that. I said exactly, like, verbatim what our conversation, like, verbatim. Like, very much, like, I'll never forget those words coming out of that man's mouth and just being like, you Georgia redneck asshole. Okay. I can't believe you just called me property. Something in that just made my brain twist. It's like, ooh, this fucker just called me property. I'm not a slave, but that's like... you can't even see the gap in between, you know? Fuck you and your couch, call me property. That's what slave owners called slaves. Yeah, right. Oh, I have no intention of being shot at anymore. Let's go travel. But noted, yeah, right. $1,300 a month for combat duty. And the fucked part is property, but not a slave because... and the fucked part is your property, but not a slave because you signed yourself away. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, right? Exactly. They still own me, but I can't do anything about it because technically it's quasi-legal because I agreed to it. Though I did swear in as a 13 Fox Field Artillery Mortar Specialist. Fister. It's because they didn't want to send me to AIT across the country like some douchebags. And it took forever, too. That was the other thing that sucked. It took forever. I was swore in for freaking over a year and going up to freaking where I was living in Benton, or just under a year from going up in Benton to like 8 months-ish, up to Little Rock every other weekend to Camp Robinson in Little Rock and going to like reserve unit training and all that shit. Waiting just so they could put me on something because like the first place that could freaking like there were so many people signing up at the time. There was like nobody could take me for like it was like in a weird time when I was trying to get into it, and like it was going to be like 8 months until the next thing I could go through. Conscription, yeah, where they just like come through and like do the draft. I mean, when I swore into the military, like, I signed paperwork that said even if I'm out of the military, I will draft. We all did. Ask Zig or anybody else. We all signed that paperwork. Ask Caveman. He'll tell you the same thing. We all signed that paperwork. So, like, shit. Everybody's gotta go. Okay, cool. I already have training if that helps. You can, like, bring me in as, like, an E4. I'll be a freaking specialist. Be an E4 specialist. A represented private during basic training, and a squad leader. Because I actually know all the things. Because I had it pounded into my brain between military school, ROTC in high school, and then, you know, like, basic training in the military. And not to mention freaking all the shit that we were doing during reserves for weekends on end. Draft is when they call you in because something's happening. Mandatory conscription is what they have in a lot of countries. You serve a few years when you turn the legal age. Yep. Yeah, like Israel. Yeah, for sure. South Korea, Israel. Yeah. Let's say, yeah, like Israel. My friend Netta, she's from Israel, and she talked about that. How she did 2 years in the Israeli military. She's this sweet little hippie chick. Always smiling with these happy little eyes. But she held a rifle for 2 years. Knows how to shoot it. Took combatives. And because of which is, even though she doesn't seem to it, is a rather dangerous individual. I remember like putting those together and just being like, damn, you're from Israel? Okay. Tiny little freaking 5 foot nothing smile, little ray of sunshine. Also happens to be a freaking ex-Israeli. Freaking, I can't remember what she said she did, but like she wasn't like doing medical stuff. She was actively in the military. Like not that anybody doing medical was in the military, but I mean like actively, like overseas doing shit. I can't remember what she said she was doing, but like she was like on the ground with a gun, fucking wherever the fuck she was. I don't want to put words in her mouth and say she said one thing or the other. I just know it wasn't like she was like sitting at a base like crunching paperwork, and that was her military experience. Like she was outside wandering around Israel. Like that's a fucking war-torn, crazy place. Should have been back in like 2007 when she went in. 2007 to 2009, Israel. Oh yeah, 100% natural. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is beautiful. Yeah, 100% natural. There's nothing like she doesn't like. She's a hippie chick. She doesn't wear like makeup and all that junk. She's just cute. She is adorable. I don't say that about most people. But not only is she like the cutest little button ever. But she's also the sweetest person ever. But, in my opinion, I mean, not but, and I should say, in my opinion, 47%, that's good. Charging up my little battery. I love the fact that she's freaking a beast, because like that means I know that like if we were to ever actually be in a relationship and travel, she's got this, you know. Like I see a lot of relationships, and I'm not talking shit. If that's you guys, chill, bro. Whatever's you, if that works for you, cool. That's just not me. Freaking where like you get like some dude, no matter if he's like some giant 6'4", like 200-pound muscle-bound behemoth, or some small dude like me, freaking he's carrying 2 packs or one really giant pack, and the chick walking next to him, hitchhiking with him, has no pack whatsoever, or he's carrying her packs, like second pack, you know. And I was like, what? Like, to each their own, but to me, I'm just sitting there like, if like being a traveling partner relationship with you includes me carrying all your shit because you want it, but you don't want to carry it, I'm good. Cheers. You do you, but I'm do I find some yuppie women attractive? Yeah. Do I think most of them would expect me to carry their gear for them? Yes. That is a deal breaker. But not all of them. Like, once again, you get the military chicks. Like Netta. She traveled the whole world and she carried her own stuff. She travels all the time. She's one of my big inspirations to go travel. She goes everywhere. If he falls and dies, she's lost all the supplies and him as well. Yeah, right, exactly. Or if like he ditches her because she's pissing him off and he just wants to screw her over and just say, fuck this chick. Just freaking take off and take all the shit while she's like inside going to the bathroom. You know how many times I've heard that happen? My boyfriend just ditched me. We've been fighting and he just walked away. Or vice versa. That crazy fucking chick fucking drove off while I was in the gas station. Drove off with the car. Now I'm just stuck here. That's why most people think I'm like celibate or something, because like relationship isn't worth that level of drama to an emo. Like I have to worry for even a second that the proverbial you might freaking ditch me because you're cranky. That's a no-go. That's a no-go all day. No-go. No Bravo Foxtrots around here, bro. Anybody who was in the military know what a Bravo Foxtrot is. It's one of my favorite military slang. Damn Bravo Foxtrots. Remember, people, don't be a Bravo Foxtrot. I'm gonna switch earbuds. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Second. Do 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 do. Now that I'm warm and my thing's mostly charged up. Okay. Okay, dude. All right. Later, Joyce. We're at 1:39. I think I'm gonna call it quits right here for now. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. As always, fundage links are in the description of this and pretty much all my live streams. So if for whatever reason I don't upload this live stream due to power concerns, and sorry about that. If I don't upload this due to power concerns and you want to show some love, feel free to go into there. I could definitely use it. I am a broke ass. And yeah. Hasta luego, my friends. Both the ones watching right now and the ones who may be watching this later. Have a beautiful day. Remember, go do the thing, man. Don't let not having enough money or it being scary stop you from going and living the thing. Do the thing. You got this.